but nobody else knew that it was her because she'd be wearing a long blonde wig,
oh my God,
sunglasses, and a black trench coat. She didn't have a collar up.
It's clear you two had a very special relationship. You spoke about it last time you were on. So what was it like being out with her in public?
Well, we had a very confidential relationship, so I didn't spend a lot of time with her in public. But when I did, she was always in disguise.
oh,
So in other words, she would call me and say, "Darling Stewart, shall we go to the movies?" And I would say, "Can you?" And she would say, "Whatever. I'll meet you on High Street, Kensington," which is very near to, there's a major road, major street, which is very close to Kensington Palace. "I'll meet you on the corner. I'll be wearing a black trench coat." So I would go to the corner and of course arrive slightly early, and she would come walking down, but nobody else knew that it was her because she'd be wearing a long blonde wig,
oh my God,
sunglasses, and a black trench coat. She didn't have a collar up. And then we would walk very briskly down the street to the movie theater and go and see a movie.
that is fantastic.
Did we see? Oh, Jerry Maguire. I remember once we laughed all the way through it. Not all the way through it, but some of it. So there were occasions like that, which was very, very, very private, so to speak. There was twice I was with her in public, and it was just, that she was very exposed. We can imagine walking like any star or celebrity walking out onto that red carpet, and 3,000 flashing lights. This was, as we all know, this is very intimidating. It's when you're surrounded by that level of technological hardware, there's a lot of energy there, which if you're sensitive can feel really invasive. So I was always very much in the background, just observing all of this, and then stepping forward when my position was useful for her.
Right. I love that story about her disguise. That's fascinating. It just makes me so happy that she was able to go with you, her close friend, to the movies, to see Jerry Maguire, something we all take for granted, but something that Princess Diana wanted to do. I just have a quick follow-up. Knowing that her voice was also so recognizable and so iconic, did she try to keep conversation to a minimum with you, or did anyone catch her in the disguise?
No, it was really convincing.
Okay.
And obviously what I did was to step forward, for example, to to buy the tickets. Or
Right.
I don't think we had machines then because cell phones had just been created.
Right.
But I would step forward and I would buy the popcorn, I would buy the ice cream, I would buy whatever. She was always drinking water. She would never drink Pepsi or Coke.
Okay.
So it was discreet, shall we say? Her presence was discreet. If you can call her blonde wig, sunglasses, trench coat discreet, because she was also almost as tall as I. I'm 6'2", and she was 6 foot, so she was quite tall. So we were always on one level. Yeah, so we became, she became a great friend. I mean, she was still my client and I was her servant, so to speak. But, there were these wonderful moments when we could actually blend. And then, of course, because of her public persona, she would just move forward into that role and I would step back into the background, so to speak.